Toronto Raptors Summer League team has been announced. I like this team. We've been doing 30 of these, and like 20 of these I don't like. 10 of these I do like. The Raptors are near the top of teams I do like. Ochai Agbaji, Jamison Battle, Brandon Carlson, DJ Carton, Ulrich Chomchi, that's your guy. Grady Dick, Dylan Dessou, Javon Freeman Liberty, Joe Girard, Quincy Guerrier, Jonathan Mogbo, Amari Moore, Tyler Perry, Jamal Shed, Drew Timmy, Jacoby Walter. This is a good mix of pedigree NBA talents, second year guys, great college players, and a bazillion role player shooters. I really love what they've done with this roster.
It's a fun team. They got a nice collection of talent here that if granted, it's so hard to predict any of these games. You're going to see plenty of DMPs from players we like, but they have the talent here. And like you mentioned, the complementary pieces to make a run to win it all if they so choose.
Grady
I
Dick,
yeah.
Jamison Battle, Joe Girard, shooters, man. Just like lights out shoot. They have some really fun possibilities they could do with shooters. Then you also have like Tyler Perry, Jamal Shed. You could go
Yeah,
small
right.
with a fun backcourt. You have like fun front courts with Drew Timmy. There was another big I'm missing. I think Brandon Carlson might have been that.
I
Talk to
mean,
me
you
on your
even
guy Ulrich.
yeah, Yorick. So he kind of strikes me as like he's the complete upside swing from this draft. He was the second to last pick in the whole thing. Like his upside is he's this 6'10" big man with a 7'5" wingspan who has some legit perimeter skills, can play out of dribble handoffs, can make reads. His shot looks pretty good. So he theoretically can space it as well. He just hasn't played a ton of basketball, and I do worry about how he'll look in a more structureless setting of summer league, but he'll still be someone I have my eye on. And you mentioned all those shooters who they have playing roles. We have Jacoby Walter, who was at one point a projected top 5 pick. We didn't even mention. Like there's a lot of talent on here, spanning the running the gamut from blue chippers like Grady Dick, like Jacoby Walter, to the elder statesmen of the college game, like your O'Shea Agbaji, like Drew Timmy. Yeah, it's a good range of guys.
Strikes me as a team that's going to bench some of these guys when I don't want them to. It makes me really sad because if they'd like tried to play all these dudes, I think they'd be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, wasn't Drew Timmy like just with the Kings Summer League team like a day ago? I'm confused on that one.
So that's pretty common. Like guys will play in the California Classic and then switch teams for the Las Vegas one. Shout out to my high school friend Anthony Gill, who's now with the Wizards, played at Virginia. He did that in the summer of 2017 and told me it was like the most miserable experience of his life.
Interesting. Shout out to Drew Timmy, by the way, speaking of miserable, for admitting that the mustache was a bad look and just going full beard now, a couple years later. I appreciate that from him.
Gross.
Okay, who would you start if you were running this team?
Okay, I'm for sure. You got to start Grady Dick. You got to start Jacoby Walter. There's your two and your three. I'm putting Jonathan Mobo in there. I know we haven't talked about him much, but I would have taken him as a first rounder. I love his. I mean, he was third in the country in dunks last year. Super bouncy, legit playmaker, legit passer, can run the offense. So I'm probably playing him at the 4. No, I'm putting him at the 5 and putting Dylan Dessou at the 4. Let's see what we got with the Texas product. And then at the 1, gotta be Jamal Shed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you have to do Shed, Grady Dick, and who's Jacoby Walter. I think
Jacoby Walter.
those three need to start. The one thing I will say as we talk through this now, they're missing a really good big. Like with all due respect to Team Jumper Drew Timmy. Like I would love just like a lob threat athlete, legitimate NBA prospect on this roster, and then I'd feel great about it. I think you could go 4 guards, but I think you're right. Mogbo's probably in there, either at the 4 or the 5. And if Mogbo plays the 4, then it's Timmy. If Mogbo plays the 5, you go small and add another shooter in there somewhere, either a Baji or you could do Dessou or even like a Brandon Carlson.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun possibilities, missing a big, but I love this team. I love this group. Car, you know what I love about you?
That I'm handsome?
You're reliable. I can count on you. Honestly, you remind me of Aaron Henry a little bit. Remember when their back was against the wall, nothing was going right, and man just showed up every day. He didn't make excuses. There were no problems. There were just solutions.
Sounds like me.
That's you. And it also reminds me of Duncan Mechanical Solutions, because if you're looking for quality furnace repair, look no further than the heating and air experts that you can trust. Comfort and quality are their standard. They're an HVAC company that serves Northeast Indiana and Southern Michigan, whether it's heating and air conditioning, plumbing, kitchen and bath remodeling, or emergency services when you need them most. Duncan Mechanical Solutions has reliable service that you can count on. Cart, remember when your basement almost exploded?
I remember when my basement almost exploded. I remember when my furnace itself was acting funny. I remember when my AC was acting funny. I wish I had Duncan in my back pocket. I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been anywhere in northern Indiana or southern Michigan that hasn't been perfectly cool or perfectly warm, depending on when the day called for. And that's because of Duncan Mechanical Solutions. They are the presenting sponsor for the month of July. Shout out to Duncan Mechanical Solutions. Go to duncanmechanicalsolutions.com to learn more.